Stacy, why did you come back here?
The house called me. Memories locked inside. I can't get them out of my head.
What?
A terrible thing, a tragedy. And I was there when it happened, and I saw it all.
What did you see?
When it was over, I ran all the way home, crying.
Is that who you heard crying in your head earlier? Yourself?
No, that was Anne. Her bad memories were locked inside this house, too.
Stacy, you have to tell me what you saw. You have to tell me what frightened you.
Where did you see it that night all those years ago? Where?
Where have you been?
I found someone in the basement. He saw me and ran, so I went after him. Unfortunately, he got away.
Would you recognize him again if you saw him?
Yeah, I got a good look at his face. You know, he seems familiar. I think I've seen that face somewhere before. I just can't remember where.
Good. Stacy, I'm gonna take you home now, okay? I don't think the house wants you here tonight.
No, not tonight.
Mr. Enright, please pick up a house phone. Mr. Enright, pick up a house phone, please.
For a minute, I thought we were going to our room.
Yeah. That guy you tackled, you said you could recognize him again if you saw him.
I think so.
Well, was it someone you knew personally?
No, not personally.
Someone you saw on television, maybe on the news.
It wasn't television. In the newspaper. I've seen that face before in a newspaper.
Recently?
I think so. Some crime.
Do you remember where the crime took place?
I think it had something to do with Circle Hills. For a sleepy little town, they sure know how to fill up a weekly paper.
Some of this stuff's almost interesting. I just wish we knew what we were looking for.
I'm looking for a face I think I've seen before. You know, I think we've gone back too far. I think it was more recent. No, wait.
What? What is it?
It's our man. Saturday, August 12th, 1959.
You couldn't have seen this story before. You were a baby.
Do you remember they reviewed the case last year? It was in all the papers and magazines. Alan, the guy in front here, was still claiming he was innocent. They gave him a retrial and his sentence was reduced. In fact, he'd be paroled by now.
What happened to his partner?
He's still in jail. He'd confessed to masterminding the whole thing.
Frank, it says there are 3 people involved in the robbery.
They never found the third man. Everyone assumed that he'd made off with all the money.
So they never found the $500,000 either, right?
No. And Alan and his partner were found here in Circle Hills.
How old did you say Stacy is?
22, 23.
At the time of the Jackson robbery, she'd been about
4. That was the time she came running down from the house on the hill, crying and upset. Something that's disturbed her ever since.
She was saying something happened. She was something terrible, a tragedy. She saw something.
What could she have seen?
Well, I think there's only one person who can tell us that.
Stacy. And she can't remember.
She could if she were 4, again.
How old are you?
4.
And what kind of a day did you have today, Stacy?
I played with my friend Sarah. We were playing Laramie. And I'm Jess and she's Slim. But then she had to go home because her mommy had to go to the market. And I fell down and hurt my knee.
And does it hurt now?
No, it's all right. This is my doll, Matilda. I call her that because my daddy brought her all the way from Australia. He's coming home for Christmas.
It's late now. Very late. You should be home. But you've wandered off on your own. You do that a lot, I know. Your mummy's worried about you. But you want to explore that old house on the hill. How did you get in?
The back door was open.
What's it like in here?
Scary.
What do you hear, Stacy?
Voices.
Where are they coming from?
Down there.
The basement.
What is it, Stacy? What is it?
Men.